Hi, amazing people. Today I want to talk about how to deal with situation where you feel stuck. Have you ever felt stuck? You may be in a situation where you're working on an important project and you need to be progressing. It's very important that you finish it on time, but you seem to be progressing at the pace of a snail, and you try your best, you work so hard, but you are stuck, and days go by and weeks go by and your progress is very slow, and you are worrying that you are just getting yourself deeper and deeper into the situation. You may feel discouraged, you may feel disappointed. And today I want to talk to you about how can you change a situation like that. Because I have been in situations like that multiple times in my life. And I was thinking before recording this video for you, I was thinking, what do I do when I am stuck? When I am working on something important or I am trying to accomplish some goal and I'm just stuck, I'm not progressing towards accomplishing that goal. So when I feel stuck, the first thing I want to do is to take a look at what exactly is the critical path for me to follow to accomplish a particular goal that I'm trying to accomplish. So let's say I am stuck, I'm working on an important, very large project, and I need to finish it, I need to get it done as soon as possible. And let's say that, and it is actually a real situation that I faced, let's say that it needs to be released as soon as possible and business really suffering because it's not being released. And when I am in situations like that where I am stuck and I kind of not progressing as fast as I could, as fast as I should be progressing, the first thing I do to change that situation is to figure out what is the critical path for me to accomplish a specific goal. And the critical path, if you are not familiar with this phrase, this is a phrase that we use a lot at Firms Consulting. And you may know that I run firmsconsulting.com and strategytraining.com. And when we say critical path, we talk about specific steps that have to happen for you to accomplish a goal. It means that if you don't take one of the steps in the critical path, your goal will not be accomplished. So it is steps that have to happen. You cannot go without them. So the first thing I do when I face a situation when I feel stuck in an important project, which is usually where I get stuck, is figuring out what is the critical path. And I usually know the critical path, but sometimes maybe it needs to be updated and it needs to be analyzed a little closer. And I break down the steps into steps as well, because it helps me see what exactly needs to happen, where am I stuck, why am I stuck. And then I ask myself, where can I get help? If I'm stuck in a particular step, why am I stuck? And where can I get help? Because often it is a situation where you're lacking some kind of resource. In my situation, often it is time to progress fast enough. And you may need to reevaluate your priorities. You need to look at your next 4 weeks and understand what are the key things that have to happen and what are the things that you can delegate to somebody, or if you cannot delegate, maybe you can just postpone them or remove them from your calendar. And this process of breaking down things into critical path and then breaking down the steps within critical path and then thinking about what are the steps that I have to do, what are the steps that I can delegate to somebody, this is the process that I find incredibly helpful. So if you are stuck in terms of your progress, this is what I would recommend. But now let's say you are stuck in terms of a decision. So a decision that you need to make. And this is another common way I get stuck sometimes, It may be a decision about something very vital that will impact myself, my family, or my business, the company, our clients for decades. So when the stakes are high, sometimes it's hard to make a decision. So in that situation, there are many things you can do. What I usually do is I try to get input from other people, but I still gonna go with my gut. I still gonna go with the decision that I will make ultimately. I will decide what is right. I'm not gonna listen to anybody. I'm not going to listen to someone and then blame them for recommending me something. This is something that I noticed many people do, and it is not right. I think when someone giving you advice, it is such a gift. They taking time from their very limited life to recommend you, to share their wisdom with you, but you cannot hold them accountable for the advice because only you know your particular situation, your particular circumstances. So what I do is I go to people I respect and trust, and I ask them, I explain to them the situation, and I ask them for advice, for their input. What would they do in a situation like that? And sometimes it triggers something, helps me to see situation from some other perspective, and also it helps me to make a decision that is in good balance with everything, because many people are often impacted by decisions, so knowing where people stand and how they feel about things also helps in making an ultimate decision that impacts many people. And actually this idea of asking for input is very helpful even if you are stuck in a project in terms of actually doing the work, because sometimes you cannot delegate something because it's very important. You cannot make more time in your current state of mind with everything that you know, where you are. You cannot see how you can make more time. You cannot delegate it. And maybe you don't know how to do it. You don't have time to properly learn how to do something, but you cannot delegate it. So in that situation, I would also recommend to speak to people and get their input, because they may be able to see things from third-person perspective, from big picture, that you will not be able to see. So, for example, let's say you are working on a project and you're an incredibly busy entrepreneur. You have a lot of things you are responsible for, but you have this project that is so important that you cannot possibly delegate it to someone. You made a huge investment, for example, into this project, and you just cannot delegate it because no one will put in the effort required to squeeze everything out of that project and get the biggest benefit for your company. So by talking to other people, you may be able to realize that even though you are very risk averse, it is actually still worthwhile for you to delegate other responsibilities to other people, where the impact of negative work will not be as harsh on your company. So that input from other people when you are stuck is very helpful. And it is sometimes difficult to be vulnerable and to come to someone and say, look, I really need your help. I am in the situation. I keep on trying to do my best, but I cannot progress. What do you think I can do better? And don't keep on asking the same person who is not helpful. Ask other people. Even reach out to people you don't know that are maybe experts at this, and get their input. And you may find someone who can help you with part of the project that you cannot delegate. I switched a little bit back to a situation of the first situation I explained, which is when you get stuck doing particular work. And but I think it is an important thing. And another thing that I find very helpful is to step away from your current situation. So if you are stuck on something and it causes you pain and you're not progressing, sometimes the best thing you can do for your productivity is literally to take a week off or a day off. And usually it's very hard to take a week off, but maybe a day off, and just get away from your current environment, go somewhere completely different, and just be still. Don't be in the noise. Be still. Be somewhere where it is quiet and you are in the nature, and just try to get really still and try to see your life, your situation where you are stuck from a third person perspective. Imagine it is someone else's life and you're giving them advice. You will be able to see things you currently don't see. What would you recommend to someone? But you cannot do it if you are in the middle of it. You need to literally get away from your life. You need to be somewhere in a different place, in a quiet place where you feel sense of peace and you can get really still. And it is very helpful to see your life from big picture perspective. And one of the most powerful things that happened in my life in terms of course adjustment is when I was working at a bank, and I knew that it's not going to be my career, but I felt that I had to pay my dues because people trusted that I will be a great fit for their team. So I wanted to deliver results before leaving. And I was suffering so much at that job. I was incredibly unhappy every single day. Even though it was delivering value to people, it was such a bad fit for me. And I remember I had to go away to another country for 1 week. And I was incredibly ill during that week. I just got so sick. It was the worst cold I ever had. I couldn't sleep at night because I was coughing all night, couldn't eat anything. And even though I was very ill during that trip, I remember just sometimes when I would feel better, I would just sit back and read a magazine. I remember I had Harvard Business Review that I brought with me from home because I didn't have time to read it at home. And I remember there was a moment, maybe about 4 or 5 days into the trip, when I started seeing my life from far away. And it was such a powerful moment, and I realized, oh my God, I am wasting my life, and I need to start course correcting immediately. And I think what also really pushed me to course correct then and get unstuck from the job was that while I was away, the person that I felt the most responsible towards, the person who was the reason why I stayed there, even though I was absolutely miserable, he sent an email saying that he is about to resign and he is going to join a competitor. And he sent me a personal email, and I love this person. He is an amazing person, and I thought that if he is leaving, then I'm leaving. But the point is that being far away, I was able to understand that this is the trigger for me to go now. Just literally start course correcting. Because I think that if I was still at work in that misery, I think that I may have not noticed that this is a go-ahead for me. It was basically the universe saying, okay, now you can definitely leave. And I may have stayed there longer and suffered more. So being away was incredibly, incredibly helpful to see that I was in the wrong place and most importantly, heading in the completely wrong direction. So I would highly recommend, if you feel stuck, to try to get away. And if you can, try to get away for 2 weeks to completely different place. Go to another country and go somewhere where you will have some sense of peace. So not something that is incredibly stressful, where you're going to a different city every day, but go somewhere where it is peaceful, where your soul can rest, where you can just think about your life and see your life from far away and see where you are heading. What is the direction of your career? What is the direction of your life? You may be shocked what you will see. You will not be able to see it unless you literally disconnect from your life, put yourself in a completely different situation, different culture, different environment, and let yourself some time to just rest and then see the big picture. So I hope that these tips will help you to get unstuck in your situation. I know that getting stuck is really hard, but it's part of life. And every time you are stuck, it's an opportunity for you to learn, to be better as a human, as a professional, and to be an example for other people how to handle a situation where you are stuck. And if you take anything from this video, I would say that the most important takeaway is if you are stuck, break things into a critical path. What exactly you are trying to do where you feel you are stuck? Analyze that critical path. Who you can delegate things to, who can help you, who you can speak to. And then also ask for help, ask for input, and get away from the current situation to help you see the big picture. If you do those three, one of them should definitely help you get unstuck and start moving forward again. Because life is short, it goes fast, it goes so fast, and the older you get, the faster it goes. When we are young, we can't wait to become older, right? Oh my God, you're sitting in the classroom and you are turning 15 that day and you're counting. You were born at 11:20 in the morning. So you're, 11:15, 11:16, 11:17, 11:18, 11:19, 11:20. I was born, I am 15. Oh my God, I am 15. You are celebrating, you are so excited. And things go slow when you're young. But then as older you get, the faster it goes, at least in my experience, and I know many people reported the same experience. So don't waste your time. If you're stuck, take action. You definitely don't want to be stuck in a bad job. I need to do a video on that because I don't want anyone to suffer the way I suffered when I worked at a job that I absolutely was miserable in. So if you feel stuck, don't let yourself stay there. If you don't take the steps that I recommended you today and you're still stuck 1 year from now, who will be to blame for it? Think about it. At least try it. Maybe it will help you. It helped me. And I had so many difficult situations in my life. I think that I have a doctorate in getting unstuck from really bad situations, right? I immigrated 3 times. Imagine immigrating alone from Russia to other countries without a recognized degree, without speaking English, beyond just hello, goodbye, this is wonderful, and having to build everything from scratch without any support. Obviously, you will get stuck a lot of times, and I'm an expert in getting unstuck from those situations. So if you are stuck, if you're struggling right now, if you're stuck in some situation, just try what I recommended. I am almost certain that it will work. If you really put in the work and do the things that I mentioned, it will work. You will feel better. You will get some progress. You will get some movement. So I hope it will help you. I hope it will help you. And of course, it is not your fault that you are stuck. And of course, it is not your fault if you are still stuck 1 year from now, because I'm sure you are trying everything you can. Because you would not be watching this video if you weren't. I don't mean to be harsh with anybody. I am harsh with myself, but I do not have the right to be harsh with other people, right? And unless they ask me to, as part of something we're working on together. But just don't let yourself suffer. You don't have to. There are ways to find a path out of whatever difficult situation you're stuck in. So I hope this video helps you. If it does, give it thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and go to firmsconsulting.com/promo and opt in for email updates. We post an amazing email with strategy insights every single Monday at 8 a.m. That email alone can help you get unstuck. If you are struggling in your career, if you're struggling in your life, it is very powerful. And if you want to get previous issues of Monday 8 a.m., the Strategy Insights email is called Monday 8 a.m. Just go to Amazon and search for Strategy Insights, Chris Safarova, and you will find that book. We just released it because many of our clients were asking to release it as a book, so they have it in a convenient format. And another thing is, if you will be on that email list, then when I will be releasing my program that I'm planning to release later this year, and I'm not sure yet exactly what it will be, but in some format, I would like to go and work with people in a deeper way so that we can make more progress versus just these small videos. Then you will be also notified because you will be on this list. So I will have your contact details and I will be able to notify you when I have something ready if you want to work with me. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and please subscribe to the channel if you like the video, because every time I see a new subscriber, it gives me more motivation, more drive to continue creating these videos for you guys. And it is quite challenging to grow YouTube channel, and it's going very slowly. And the fact that there are new subscribers, it gives me drive to keep on going, because it's going really slowly and discouraging. It's a discouraging experience generally to grow your channel because it's so saturated. So if you find my videos helpful, please show me that by subscribing, liking, commenting, because then I know that you guys finding these videos helpful and I should continue investing in this channel. Because obviously we all have very limited time on this earth and we want to make the biggest impact we can make. So I would like to spend my time where there is the biggest impact. And I think that this channel can create an amazing community, amazing place of like-minded people who want to make the most of their life and who want to make a huge impact in the world and who want to change the trajectory not only of their lives, but of lives of their families and of lives of whatever they involved in, people that they involved in through their work, of those people as well. So I will continue investing in this channel, but please subscribe, because then I know that I'm not just talking into a black space, that someone is on the other side is listening and it is helpful and it is worthy investment. Stay focused, stay productive, do good things for the world, and I'm looking forward to see you next time.